everyone, welcome back to Ma'am Balut's math tutorial. Today we will be discussing the nth term of the geometric sequence and its geometric means. But let us recall first what is a geometric sequence. It is a sequence whose terms has a common ratio which is denoted by r. For example, find the next two terms of 1, 3, 9, 27, and so on. From the sequence, the ratio is 3. So therefore, we multiply 3 to the previous term to get the next term. So from the sequence 1, 3, 9, 27, so 27 times 3, we get 81. Times 3 again, so we get 243. But how about if we have this example? Find the 30th term of 1, 3, 9, 27, and so on. In this example, we need to multiply 3 30 times to get the 30th term, which is too tiring. So that is why we need to derive the formula of the nth term of the geometric sequence and just solve for a sub 30. But how do we derive the formula of the nth term of the geometric sequence? Let us now derive the nth term of the geometric sequence. We will use example 3. Find the 11th term of the sequence 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. From this sequence, we know that r is equal to 2, and our first term a sub 1 is equal to 1. The second term a sub 2 is equal to 2, which came from 1 times 2. Since we know that 1 is the first term and 2 is the ratio, so we can express this one as a sub 1 times r. A sub 3 is equal to 4, which came from 1 times 2 times 2, which can be expressed as 1 times 2 squared. So since we know again that 1 is the first term and 2 is the ratio, so this can be expressed as a sub 1 times r squared. A sub 4 is equal to 8, which is coming from 1 times 2 times 2 times 2, which can be expressed as 1 times 2 cubed. So again, this can be expressed further as a sub 1 times r cubed. A sub 5 is equal to 16, which is equal to 1 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So this can be expressed as 1 times 2 to the fourth, and can be expressed further as a sub 1 times r to the fourth. Observe that the exponents of r is actually 1 less than the subscript of a. So therefore, we can express a sub n, which is equal to a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1, where n here is our nth term. So this is now the formula of the nth term of the geometric sequence. Now let us solve example 3 using the derived formula. So from this sequence, we know that a sub 1 is equal to 1, r is equal to 2, and we need to find a sub 11. So using the formula of the nth term, we will just substitute the given values. So we have a sub 11, which is our n, is equal to 1, which is our first term, times 2, which is our ratio, raised to the power of 11, which is our n, minus 1. So simplifying, we have 11 minus 1 is equal to 10. Then 2 to the 10 is equal to 1024. And 1 times 1024 is also 1024. So the 11th term of this sequence is 1024. Another example. Find the 8th term of the sequence 9, 30, 10, and so on. So from this sequence, we have the first term is 90. R is 1/3 since we multiply 1/3 to the first term to get the next term, or we simply divide it by 3. And we need to find the 8th term or a sub 8. So using the formula of the nth term of the geometric sequence, we have now a sub 8 is equal to 90, which is the first term, times r, which is 1/3, raised to the power of 8 minus 1. So evaluating, we have 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. Then we raise 1/3 to the 7th power, we get 1 over 2,187. So multiplying 90 times 1 over 2,187, we have 90 over 2,187. And we can simplify this one as 10 over 243. So the eighth term of the geometric sequence is 10 over 243. Now let us proceed to geometric means. What are geometric means? These are the numbers between any two geometric terms. So for example, if we have 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, and 243, the values 1 and 243 are what we call the geometric extremes. And the numbers between them are what we refer to as geometric means. For example, insert two geometric means between 6 and 48. So this would look like as 6, blank, blank, and 48, since we are inserting two geometric means. So what is the most important thing that we need to know to get the geometric means? Of course, it is the ratio. And how do we get the formula of getting the ratio? So we will use the formula of the nth term of the geometric sequence and solve for r. So to solve for r, we need to divide both sides of the equation by a sub 1 so that we can cancel out a sub 1 on the right side. So what's left there is r to the n minus 1. So to solve for r, since it has an exponent of n minus 1, so we need to extract the n minus 1 root of the both sides of the equation. So that becomes now r is equal to the n minus 1 root of a sub n over a sub 1. So if we twist the equation, that would be look like as r is equal to the n minus 1 root of a sub n over a sub 1. So this is now the formula in getting the common ratio of our geometric sequence. So let us now solve example 6 using the formula of r. So from here, we know that a sub 1 is equal to 6, a sub n, which is our last term, is equal to 48, and n is equal to 4 since we have 4 terms all in all. So substituting to the formula of r, we have now 4 minus 1 root of 48, which is our a sub n, divided by 6, which is our first term. So evaluating further, we have 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, and 48 divided by 6 is equal to 8. So we have now the cube root of 8, which is now equal to 2. So 2 is the common ratio of this sequence. So we can get now the geometric means by multiplying 2. So we have 6 times 2 is equal to 12. Times 2, we get 24. And if we multiply again by 2, so we get the last term, which is 48. So the two geometric means between 6 and 48 are 12 and 24. Another example. Find three geometric means between 1,000 and 8 over 5. So this becomes 1,000, blank, 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 and 8 over 5. So from this, we know that a sub 1 is equal to 1,000, a sub n is equal to 8 over 5, and n is equal to 5, since we have 5 terms all in all. So using now the formula of r, so we substitute the different values given, so we get 5 minus 1 root of 8 over 5 over 1,000. So evaluating, we get 5 minus 1 is equal to 4, and inside the radical expression, since we have a fraction, so we multiply the reciprocal of the divisor, so that becomes now 8 over 5 times 1 over 1,000. So that becomes the fourth root of 8 over 5,000. And 8 over 5,000 can be reduced to 1 over 625. And the fourth root of 1 over 625 is 1 over 5. So the ratio of this sequence is 1 over 5. So we will just multiply the first term by 1 over 5 or simply divide by 5 to get the next term. So we have 1,000 divided by 5. So we have 200. Divide 5 again, we get 40. Divide again by 5, we get 8. And divide 5, of course, we get 8 over 5. Example number 7. How many terms are there in a geometric sequence of a sub 1 is equal to 3, a sub n is equal to 768, and r is equal to negative 2? So from this example, we need to find n, since it is asking for the number of terms. But how do we get n? So we will use again the formula of the nth term of the geometric sequence. So we substitute now the values. We have 768, which is our a sub n, is equal to 3, which is a sub 1, times negative 2, which is the r, raised to the power of n minus 1. So to solve for n, we need to divide the whole equation by 3, so that we can cancel out 3 on the other side. So we have now 768 divided by 3 is equal to 256. So we have negative 2 to the n minus 1 on the right side. So from this, we notice that n is in the exponential part. So we need to express 256 into an exponential form to solve for n. So we know that 256 is equal to negative 2 to the 8. So we use the base negative 2 so that it is equal to the right side of the equation. So since the base of the exponential form is already equal, so we can now equate the exponent part. So we have now 8 and n minus 1. So we have 8 is equal to n minus 1. So to solve for n, we need to transpose negative 1 to the other side. So that becomes 8 plus 1 is equal to n. And 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So our n is equal to 9. So therefore, we have 9 terms in this geometric sequence. Now, it's your turn to answer module number 4. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit the bell button for more videos. Thank you so much for listening. At your service, Ma'am Balot. See ya!